Well, let me give a message to Antifa. Let me give a message to two-tier Keir Starmer. Let me give a message to all of them. We will not be cowed. We will not be silenced by anybody. We are the British people, and we want a common sense government back in charge of our country. We're going to fight for it, and we are going to win. We're going to win. We are going to win. And I won't be lectured by either of them about the benefits of mass immigration to our economy. When I say mass immigration, I mean 10 million people in the last 20 years. And the media will say, but Nigel, they're coming in to do jobs. Do you know of the last 3 million that came into Britain from outside of Europe during the Conservatives' period in office, only 22% are working. The rest have come in as dependents, and it's making everybody in this country poorer, and nobody has the courage to stand up and say it. But a reform government will stop this massive population increase in this country, will get British people back to work, and anybody that arrives via a dinghy on the English Channel will never, ever, ever be allowed to stay in our country. I gave up the best years of my adult life to campaign for this country to leave the European Union and to get back its sovereignty. And all those years that I led UKIP, everybody told me I was wasting my time. I was whistling in the wind. Well, they used a rather ruder term than that, but never mind. But you know what? Through the hard work and persistence of that grassroots movement, we didn't just force a referendum, we won an historic constitutional referendum, the biggest fundamental change to our country in 300 years. Has it been delivered? Has it held? Have Cornish fishermen felt the benefit of us leaving the European Union? There are more French, Dutch and Belgian boats fishing up on our 6-mile line than there ever were as members of the European Union. But I thought last summer, I just cannot stand by and watch this useless, gutless, inexperienced political class surrender everything. Think about it. We've now got a cabinet of 25 men and women, not one of whom has ever worked in private business. Not one. We have a chancellor. Dubbed by our comic, our northern professional comic, who's given it up to become an MP, Lee Anderson, who dubbed her Rachel from accounts, who tells us she spent 10 years as an economist at the Bank of England. Now we know it was 4.5 in customer complaints, including the wholly unnecessary surrender of the Chagos Islands. We own them, yet we're prepared to pay £52 billion over the next 99 years to give it away. I hope Trump tells Starmer, Lord Hermer, and this bunch of human rights lawyers who seem to hate our country where to go. We may have slightly different nuances on this, but the important thing about settling the Ukraine war, about getting peace, is we have to make sure those security guarantees mean that Putin can never, ever do it again. And I hope Starmer comes back from the White House with that agreement. Today we've gone through 214,000 paid-up members. And we now, in the last few weeks, we are now topping every single opinion poll in this country. What an amazing achievement. And boy, Doesn't Cornwall Council need something different, given they're now in debt to the tune of 1.3 billion? Can you believe that? Can you believe? How on earth, in a county the size of Cornwall, can you have run up a debt of 1.3 billion? And we'll bring back courage, we'll bring back leadership, we'll bring back patriotism, we'll bring back belief in who we are, we'll bring back the idea that our kids must no longer be poisoned at school, and we will, to quote a friend of mine, make Britain great again. Thank you.